Your support of Relay for Life makes these mission moments possible.
Welcome back to KUAM's presentation of the first ever virtual Relay for Life. Thanks so much for sticking with us on what is truly a special night. I'm Ty.
And I'm Vic, and we got a lot in stores for you guys as the fight against cancer continues.
Coming up, we've got music from Peter Cruz, aka Hale, which, trust me, you do not want to miss. So stay glued to that TV, iPad, or phone.
And also on the way, a very inspiring story by Lourdes Camacho, the woman who founded the American Cancer Society KUAM chapter.
But first, here's Koti with their Parade of Teams walk.
Half a day, the judiciary of Guam wants everyone to know that Team Koti supports the Relay for Life and the fight against cancer.
Hi, Mobile All Guam proudly supports the Relay for Life and American Cancer Society and share in the theme for 2020, Hope Around the World.
Half a day, everybody. This is Hale, and this is my new single titled Good Good, available everywhere June 19th. Check it out. Sometimes I stop and stare into what I'm doing. This little girl and all her vibes just got me swooning. This queen empress may be a one and only king. Yeah. Just let me in and you'll see. She got that good, good. It's one of a kind. I'll be that good, good too if you say you'll be mine. You got that love and affection. It's so hard to find. I'll spend my whole life waiting for you. She got that good, 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 good loving. She give me that, give me that, give me that good, good loving. She got that good, 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 good loving. She give me that, give me that, give me that good, good loving. I know and I know it's hard to identify you. You pull up anywhere with your compliments about her. I have no doubt in my heart this girl is something special. Her loving just flows right through me. Yeah, island beauty deeply rooted in her culture. Never get over that hourglass figure. And I don't mind if I have to tell you again, this good, good loving is a full sin. She got that good, 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 good loving. She give me that, give me that, give me that good, good loving. She got that good, 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 good loving. She give me that, give me that, give me that. You got me hooked without doing too much. Need no distraction, masterpiece with the heavenly touch. My main attraction got me wanting and wishing for you. Never felt a loving so true. She give me that good, she give me that good, good loving. Yeah, you know she losing. She give me that good, good loving like we're in a movie. She give me that good, good loving like we read in story. She give me that good. She got that good, 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 good loving. She give me that, give me that, give me that good, good loving. She got that good, 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 good loving. She give me that, give me that, give me that good, good loving. Blue waves, palm trees, feel the sunbeat on the hot sand. Follow me, become family. Just as long as you can take my hand, nothing in this world can ever measure this tropical treasure. Just take a seat, guarantee you'll see what these islands mean to me. 'Cause even when I'm far away, I know you're never gonna leave my side. Forever feel your warm embrace. I know I'll find a home in you tonight. My island love, that's my Marianas. My island that's my Marianas. So Juice Masi, and thank you for supporting Relay for Life and helping the American Cancer Society save lives.
Okay, we are back, everybody, and I have a very, very special guest with me, the founder and one of the charter members of the American Cancer Society chapter on Guam, one of the people without whom none of this would be possible, someone who has a passion for helping others in her heart, Lourdes Camacho. Mrs. Camacho, thank you very much for joining me today.
Thank you.
And it's a great honor, and congratulations not only on a lifetime of work and of caring and of compassion for Guam, but also 50 years for the organization on Guam. That is a tremendous achievement.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, would you mind telling me, Mrs. Camacho, take me back and tell me how did it get started and what motivated you to begin the organization and begin the local chapter?
Well, at that time, I was working for Public Health Lab, and I was trained as a cytologist by the Guam Memorial pathologist to do cancer research. So I met this Mr. Bunker from Hawaii at the entrance of the Public Health Department, and he asked me, he's interested in forming the Cancer Society, and he wants to know who he can meet. I says, I think you meet the right person. Let's come into my office and we'll discuss what you want. So he told me he's interested in establishing the Cancer Society, but at the same time, I was doing the cancer research, the pap smear, as a cytologist. And I got the training from from our JMH
Mm-hmm.
pathologist to do the cancer, to do the pap smear. So then we sat down and we started how to start it. So I started asking people to be board member of it, and I got people willing to join. One of them is Ken Jones as a businessman. I got a doctor, Dr. Macareg. I got medical technologists. I got nurses. I got professional people and businessmen to be in the board, 7 of us. So that's how we started. And then informing the Cancer Society, I got invited to Hawaii to attend their convention in 1969, and from then that's when we established the Cancer Society, and I present them the board members for it. And then they sent technologists down here to open the office, and then we helped them by raising funds. We had the board members. We had a banquet, and we raised funds to give it to the. We always have to raise funds for the Cancer Society, and since then. And at that time I was handling we have a grant for public health to do cancer research, and that is what I'm handling. That's why I'm very interested. Mm-hmm. And we used to send the pap smears. The doctors used to send the pap smear over island for diagnostic. But then, since I was in training, I was handling it. But of course, my research has to be examined by a pathologist and signed by a pathologist. I cannot sign the results.
Mm-hmm.
So
well, Well, I'd like to ask you, Mrs. Camacho, obviously over the span of 50 years, you've been able to help countless numbers of Guamanians and their families and caregivers and people whose lives are touched by cancer. What have you
Well,
been able to learn, and what have you taken away from 50 years of helping and being able to serve the community like
well,
that?
for 50 years, we have this Relay for Life. We always have that every year, and people come and support and donate money. And this is how we started. People help, and now we all the doctors now on the island have helped people with the cancer research and treating cancer. So that's why it's very. I feel that for 50 years we have done this to people, and we save a lot of lives through this.
That's absolutely true. And on behalf of a grateful island, we thank you for taking the initiative and making the first step to make it all happen. Is there anything in closing that would you like to say something to people out there who like you, they feel they have a passion to help and they want to do something to help out people with cancer?
I encourage you to attend the World Relay for Life on June 27 at 6:30 p.m. at KUAM. We used to have this up at the university, up there at the university place. Every year, people will come and support the Relay of Life for 12 hours from 6:30 p.m. till the next morning.
Mm-hmm.
And we always have a lot of people attending and donate money. And many organizations supports them.
Well, I was going to say, Mrs. Camacho, you're also a really, really good broadcaster, because that was a wonderful lead-in for our event. So we thank you so very much for everything you've done for Guam. Sidus Masi, Mrs. Camacho.
And in person, I'm very committed to fight cancer.
No, obviously.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time. God bless you.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Desiree Behringer-Carton, Director of Communications with the American Cancer Society. We are so honored to join Relay for Life of Guam. Congrats on the 50th anniversary of the American Cancer Society on the island and the amazing work that has taken place thanks to the wonderful and passionate volunteers and staff through the decades and today. We are thrilled to have one of our very own American Cancer Society funded researchers joining us, Dr. Curran Watanabe, an associate professor in the Department of Chemistry at Texas A&M University. So great to see you. Thanks for joining the conversation.
Hi, happy to be with you.
We're so happy you're here. So I understand that some of the natural products you study come from ocean organisms that you and your collaborators obtain by scuba diving in Hawaii. So clearly nature greatly influences your research interests. So talk to us about how the natural products are used to fight cancer.
Well, I was born and raised in Hawaii, so I tend to look towards nature or the environment for potential therapeutics. And if you look at all anti-cancer agents on the market today, at least 60% are either natural products or inspired by a natural product in some way.
Really exciting that you do that. Obviously, clearly you're excited about that. What aspect particularly about your research are you most excited about?
I have two project areas that I am really excited about. One is the azinomycins. In a small clinical trial, it's shown promise against skin cancer. And nui apolide, that one is a potential anti-metastatic agent.
So unfortunately, we talk about how cancer has impacted all of us, and we all have a loved one who has received a cancer diagnosis. How has the American Cancer Society funding impacted your career, and what's your motivation behind the research?
They gave me my first major grant. It's the Scholar Award, which I was very grateful for. Without that grant, I couldn't have launched my career.
Talk to us a little bit about your connection with the Pacific Islands.
So I was born and raised there. One project area with nui apolide, that one was actually collected off the coast of Niihau. So we went scuba diving, and we dive about 100 feet down, and we collect, it looks something like seaweed. It's not, it's called cyanobacteria. And then we bring it back to the lab to study. I also have a collaborator who was involved in that project, David Horgan, who is a professor at Hawaii Pacific University.
Thank you so much for all your hard work and contributions and leading the fight against cancer with your research. And thank you for joining us.
Thanks very much.
And now we've got something special for you guys. A week ago, we put out a call on social media, and it's called the KUAM Dance Challenge. And this is in honor of Savage K, or KC, who used to work here at KUAM and passed away due to cancer.
And he wrote this song, Live Life Alive. So tonight we honor him and his family.
I just got the news today. Things will never be the same. Things will never be the way it was just the other day. They told me it'd take my life without even a chance to try. I'm not even gonna question why, I just know it's my time to fight. We'll never give up, never stay down, stand back up, put your feet on the ground. We all know we must fight to survive, so live life alive, it's alright. I just got the news today. Things will never be the same. Things will never be the way it was just the other day. Never stay down, stand back up, put your feet on the ground. We all know we must fight to survive, so live life alive, it's alright. Never stay down, stand back up, put your feet on the ground. We all know we must fight to survive, so live life alive, it's alright. Never give up, never stay down, stand back up, put your feet on the ground. We all know we must fight to survive, so live life alive, it's alright. Never give up, never stay down, stand back up, put your feet on the ground. We all know we must fight to survive, so live life alive, it's alright. Never give up, never stay down, stand back up, put your feet on the ground. We all know we must fight to survive, so live life alive, it's alright. Never give up, never stay down, stand back up, put your feet on the ground. We all know we must fight to survive, so live life alive, it's alright. Never give up, never stay down, stand back up, put your feet on the ground. We all know we must fight to survive, so live life alive, it's alright. Never stay down, stand back up, put your feet on the ground. Never give up, never stay down, stand back up, put your feet on the ground. We all know we must fight to survive, so live life alive, it's alright. Never stay down, stand back up, put your feet on the ground. We all know we must fight to survive, so live life alive, it's alright. Never give up, never stay down, stand back up, put your feet on the ground. We all know we must fight to survive, so live life alive, it's alright.
I relay to honor all the cancer survivors and remember those we've lost. And I relay because I believe there is hope for a cure.
With each step, you are closer to the cure.
Cada día que peleas, eres más fuerte que el día anterior. No te rindas, Dios está contigo.
Let's finish the fight.
Your support of Relay for Life makes these mission moments possible.